I'm Vic Vickers, and I'm an alcoholic. I've been sober for 20 minutes.
MC Murder the Maniac Circus Orchestra.
Tú eres un payaso.
And paint.
It's fault that my underwear is poopy.
Hello, everyone. I'm Bonzo the Clown, and I'm proud to announce the grand reopening of Clown Camp at Bonzo Ranch.
I'm here to teach you the skills to make people laugh.
This is the worst group of clowns I ever seen.
You will be put through the most grueling clown training on this planet. Now let's see what you amateurs can do.
I can't believe I sold Lenny's kidney for this.
Yo, Count Shirkula, you're gonna give your dick a death curse, dog.
I know why this place been closed for 15 years.
Here's a death curse. You're all gonna die.
Edwin came to Clown Camp to make his dreams come true. Destiny had other plans. Edwin the Clown didn't make no one laugh.
No, I need another chance.
Dear Edwin, I'm so very proud of you.
Mom.
Live your dreams, son.
Killing murderer, crack peeler, soul stealer, the maven of mayhem, with evil eyes and knives and ice pick and bloodlust precision. He murdered the whole fucking camp.
I did it out of spite, I guess. I hope you're not mad at me. Are you enjoying the show?
Gruesome Herzog, my very special guest tonight, is directors David Valdez and Philip H.R. Gunn. How you guys doing?
Great. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Doing good.
Glad to have you on here. The reason why you are on here is because of Clown Camp Massacre. That's going to be a big phenomenon, I think. But if you guys don't mind, I'd like to start with another short film that you guys did. It's a comedy horror in 2004. And I'm sure people, when I say this, their ears are going to perk up. But it's called Marijuana's Revenge. Interesting short here. Now, whoever...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, that was a short we did. I think it came out in 04, but we shot it in 03. And then sort of like Clown Camp Massacre is being distributed through Trauma, but our relationship with Trauma started when we, with this short and then a dual short called Kung Fu Kitties, which ended up went to Trauma Dance and got picked up on the Best of Trauma Dance Volume 3.
Oh, wow. And
sort of that relationship over a long time eventually helped create Clown Camp Massacre.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Marijuana's Revenge is basically a parody of all the anti-marijuana commercials that we were seeing at the time. Those ones where like they would almost run over the kid in the drive-thru or whatever.
Oh,
so we made a whole bunch of fake ones and put them all together, and that was Marijuana's Revenge. And then Kung Fu Kitties is our cartoon kung fu escapade told through video game logic.
Now, is that available online to watch or no?
You can get it on DVD from Trauma on the Best of Trauma Dance Volume 3 DVD.
Okay. All right.
That may be available to be watched online too. I'm not sure exactly, but I think Trauma's entire collection is on Hulu.
Now, real quick question. You probably get this asked so many times. How you may? It's remarkable that you guys would actually get involved in Trauma. I mean, that had to have been a big stepping stone for you guys that quick. Wouldn't it be that? That's a good word to say. A good thing to say.
Well, I guess maybe it seems quick, but it doesn't seem so quick to us because it's been like decades coming, you know?
Yeah.
We've been doing silly little movies a long time ago, and then, it takes a while to get actually good enough to be able to push out a worthy feature.
Right. Well.
And we grew up on watching all the Trauma movies and the, Toxic Avenger, Class of Nukem High.
Right,
all that stuff. So, he's kind of our guru in a way.
Yeah, well, since you're talking about Guru, Lloyd Kaufman, the reason why you are in here is because of I call it in my review, I can't quite quote myself, but it's a masterpiece. I said it's the best comedy horror movie that I've seen this year. Actually, it's probably the best comedy horror movie I've seen in probably 10 years. Clown Camp Massacre, and like I said, I heard about this on Facebook through James DiPaolo was mentioning it to me, and I said, man. So I went to your Facebook page, and I was checking it out, and just, watching trailers and stuff, and I was hooked and synced after I seen the trailer. And you guys sent it to me last Friday, and of course, I couldn't wait. I popped it right in. Now I want to tell you guys something. This movie, I kid you not, it's just amazing how you guys put it together. You have anything that's creepy horror-wise is adding clowns to horror, and then add some nudity, kills, blood, and disgusting stuff. Get my drift. And
that's what they're aiming for.
Yeah, and
that ain't whipped cream.
And you put it all together, and you got this fun movie to watch. I was so blown away by the music. Clown Camp. I mean, that song is so... I sing it all the time. Actually, I made a ringtone out of it. That's how sick I am. But,
That's Isaac Cappy. Isaac Cappy did that song.
Yep. And then you had that rapper. Now, I swear to God, that rapper in that movie, I think, was the creepiest looking clown, because the way his head is shaped and that black and white kiss thing, he was creepy as shit in that movie. Very good make. I mean,
That's also Isaac Cappy.
I know, it's amazing. I mean, I can't say it enough. Like I said, my father-in-law watched it with me, and he loved it. There's something about the movie that can really get you hooked, which is good for you guys. I mean, it's a good thing. You get hook, line, and sinker, and you watch this, and you can't just watch it once. You got to watch it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. I can't get enough of it. It's well made. Now, I'm babbling, but if you guys want to, you guys can talk about whatever you want to talk about. I mean, how it came about, the idea, and so forth.
Sure. So Phil and I actually were writing. We were doing a short. We did like a family-friendly short, and we were in the middle of writing this thing. And while we were writing Clown Camp, we were talking about our favorite horror movies and talking about the '80s quite a bit.
Love it.
And somehow the idea of Clown Camp had popped into our head, and then one of us, I don't know why we said it, but the words Clown Camp Massacre were uttered. And kind of like a lightning, we both looked at each other and knew we had sort of a eureka idea.
Okay.
And the basic plot only took us like 10 minutes. I mean, we pretty much knew, we're really like children of the '80s, you could say. We grew up on every sort of the good, the bad, whatever. We watched it.
Right.
And the thing about Clown Camp is once we had the idea of clowns, sort of the tropes of those movies and sort of our love of those movies, it was very easy to be like, all right, well, what if you just inserted a clown here and and whipped cream here and a bizarre sex scene here, but all the same stuff? What do you come out with? And and before we knew it, we knew that people would respond to that, and not to mention just clowns in general, because we love these slasher movies, but then you have Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which was something that really, when I was a kid, I really distinctly remember these clowns and movies like It, and I just remember how effective just a crazed clown can be. So you take that slasher formula, which was already pretty good, and then you just sort of tweak it and make everybody clowns, and it sort of has its own. There's a tension. A good horror tension and a funniness too. I mean, it's both bizarre and creepy at the same time.
Right.
Yeah, one thing we noticed about the clown horror genre was that it was usually one clown killing just like normal human people.
Right.
So one of our biggest concepts was we need to have clowns killing other clowns.
Right.
So that would make the deaths ridiculous. Like, they wouldn't die human deaths, they would die clown deaths.
I know. I don't want to give too much away, but that one teacher, that he had the helmet on, you couldn't see his eyes. And that freaking stupid-ass monkey, that gorilla, where the hell it was. What the hell? That was funny as shit. You know, he's like, oh my God, it's funny. Go ahead.
Well, I think clowns in general, too, if you look back at clowns, they sort of, a lot of the tropes and the types of clowns, there's a lot of, like, weird, dark death humor, even going back to, like, if you study clowns like 1,000 years ago.
Right.
And their popularity in, like, medieval times, and sort of going and taking clowns and then using sort of like these weird routines and then introduce violence into those routines. I actually think that was something we tapped into that's a lot older than what our genre is, and I think that kind of made like, I think having clowns in a slasher film is actually in some ways not as an extreme idea as you think. It actually kind of goes, it's kind of right.
Right. But this is Vic Vickers, you know, Lloyd Kaufman.
And Lloyd.
That really
makes everything better.
I'm not going to go any more with that, because that's the twist.
Trauma legend Lloyd Kaufman does make an appearance for those of you who can't get enough of good old Uncle Lloyd.
and that was one hell of a twist, and I was like, oh man, that just topped the cake in the whole movie. That's all I got to say. You know, that just made it. Yeah. That made
another
it 10.
80s. It's another 80s slasher trope right there. I won't say what it is.
Right.
If you watch enough of the 80s horror movies, you will recognize sort of where our story goes.
And
our movie is tiny little pieces of parodies of all the classic horror movies you remember, all parodying each little scene, and then we put them all together.
Right.
To make one big piece.
But
Friday the 13th, Halloween,
the old abandoned house.
Carrie. That whole flashback.
Carrie, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yep. But there's one scene. There's one scene that I'm going to save. I'm not going to say all of it. My the first thing he says to me, he is, "Come on, he couldn't see that dynamite." That's all I'm saying. It was funny. I said, "Dad, look, it's a faraway shot. We didn't see it either." I mean, it just. I mean, a great cast of characters in that movie. I mean, you know, Filbert. Now, I can't remember his character's name. I think it's Lenny, is it? The one that was not really a clown. That was Lenny?
Oh, Gerald.
Gerald, yeah.
That boy, I'm going to tell you something. That his character in there reminds me of, what's that character, the actor a couple years ago that talked the same way? You remember him? That skinny, dorky actor? Oh, God, he had glasses. He was really popular in the late 80s. He's not like that. You know, that weird voice.
Yeah, what's his name? Buddy, something Buddy. Wait, Buddy. No, wait. No, what was his name?
That's what it reminded me of, that character.
Jerry Lewis?
No, not Jerry Lewis. Or way earlier than that. He was I can't remember his name, but he reminded me of that, the way he talked in that movie. I'm not a clown. Look at me. Look, I'm not a clown.
He does remind me of, there's a guy I remember from, there's a trope nerd dude from a lot of the 80s movies.
Yes.
He does remind, but I can't remember, it wasn't from Revenge of the Nerds.
No.
But there was this guy who played the skinny nerd, like it.
Yeah.
He was like in Whoopie Boys and a couple other movies.
Yeah, I can't remember, but...
I think I know who you're talking about.
And Steve Urkel's even a rendition of that type of character.
Yeah, Urkel's good. Like, what would happen if you stuck Urkel and introduced him to Jason Voorhees?
Yeah, right.
Took him away from his family and stuck him in a clown school.
Wait, I think we have a spinoff.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
You should call that guy.
He probably could get a hold of him, because...
who's his management? I bet we could find it out.
That's easy. Go to his website. That's easy.
I'll look in the directory later.
There you go. Get Urkel in there.
We can write a whole new sequel. Urkel versus Edwin.
Now Isaac Cappy, is he a musician first, or that was just a surprise?
Well, we cast him as an actor, but he had been he had a music career in his early 20s, and he was actually a runner-up for the lead singer of Linkin Park.
Oh, okay.
And he moved back. He's from New Mexico, and he moved back to Albuquerque, and he had switched to acting, and that's where we met him. But we were kind of surprised. he had actually come in one day during pre-production, I think, and he just, like, Phil and I had come up with the verse, Clown Camp, make my dreams come true, and then I want to be with you. That's all we came up with. And Isaac kind of heard it and came back a day later with the CD, and it's that whole thing, the final product he just came up with overnight, and
almost like that. He came over the first draft, and he went into the second draft, and then it was done.
Incredible musician. He has lungs like you wouldn't believe. I mean, he could really, if you get a chance to listen to the Clown Camp Massacre theme song, you'll hear, like, even brought in a guitarist, so it had a good 80s solo guitar. I mean, that's he brought in a real guy.
I loved it. And then he also did some rapping, somewhat.
He did.
Slash him and dash him, you know.
So did one of the other rappers. Yeah. There's two rappers in the movie. There's him, and then there's MC Murder and the Maniac Circus Orchestra, which is all Phil as the rapper.
Right.
So Phil did a lot of the raps in the soundtrack.
It's just amazing. I mean, you had the right characters, you had the right actors in that movie. The chemistry was tight. It was perfect. I mean, I can't say enough. It just every character had its own. You know, I mean. My God. No, and we got a gifted cast, and then on top of that, sort of like shooting in Albuquerque was actually Albuquerque, the film industry, sort of blown up here. Right. And there's a lot more talent here than you would at first guess, and a lot of local talent. And as you can see in the movie, all those actors are doing a lot of stuff over and over again. Like this group of people keep working together, and they're brilliant. The guy who played Filbert does a lot of stuff with the guy who plays Buster Pie, and they do a lot of stuff with the guy who plays Lenny, and then it's just so on and so on. It's just amazing. I mean, I cannot wait for this thing to get a broad release, because you guys are going to be so... I mean, this thing is going to put you on the map. I can guarantee it.
It comes out through Trauma in May, they tell us. That's the reported tentative date. In May, it'll be on DVD through Trauma.
It'll be on Netflix streaming. It'll be on Hulu and iTunes.
It's amazing. This thing is going to be a gem for you guys. I mean, I would love to see some kind of a break-off. No, not the same storyline. Well, you actually could, because, I mean, he's, whatever, I won't go any farther. But this thing can go again. I'm telling you, it's entertaining. The tree scene was one of that just, I couldn't have, I just freaking loved that. I mean, that was...
Well, it actually shot at 5 a.m. on, like, one of the longest days ever.
On the second day. We didn't even budget our time was just so badly budgeted that we had this much more elaborate scene. So Filbert, the balloon twister from Boston, is he's being chased through the woods.
Right.
By...
No spoilers.
Right.
Well, you can...
Okay.
He's being chased through the woods.
Yeah, right.
The spoilers in the slasher film.
Right.
And he's being chased by a car, and while he's trying to escape by making balloon and this is what we had to cut because we shot so late, he keeps going through his pockets and all he has is balloons. He keeps creating balloon shapes and throwing them back, and of course balloon shapes aren't doing anything. And then he does one, like, super shape, and he just throws it back, and the balloon hits the car perfect and makes the car flip, and it rolls, and he can't believe that he rolled the car with the balloon, and gives them the opportunity to go running up a tree and to safety. And then so we ended up shooting this scene at we planned to start shooting at maybe 9 p.m., but the way our schedule ended up being is we started shooting it at 1 a.m. And by 3 a.m. we realized we weren't going to get half of the stuff, so we just kind of rewrote the scene and just like, all right, let's get rid of the balloons being thrown, just get the guy up the tree and get to the joke up in the tree.
Oh my God, I'm telling you. That's good you did, because that was funny as shit.
Yeah, we didn't lose that bit, which is our actor actually said that was when he agreed to do the movie, was when he read that scene. That was the scene that sold him on the script.
Oh my God, that was funny as all get out. Now, like I said, now you say it's going to be released in May. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
That's that's what they tell me. That's tentative through Trauma.
I am going to keep an eye on this.
It may change, so I would check. We have our own the new Trauma.com site is up, and we have our own page on that.
Oh, cool! I'm going to check it out. I'll add the link.
So I guess they're still filling it out, but
right.
That's where all the info will be.
But if I would suggest any people interested in this movie, go onto Facebook and join our Facebook page. Definitely. And the updates we will update when the date's locked. It will be on that.
And Facebook. Also, if you guys haven't heard this before, go ahead and watch the trailer because you'll get a nice taste of it by watching the trailer.
Yeah, and it is available pre-release through Amazon if you go to www.clowncampmassacre.com.
Yep.
Yeah, you can buy it through there if you want to get it early, but there'll be a different DVD printed in about 4 or 5 months.
So anyway,
that's the official promo one comes out in May.
So now the actual cover that's being used right now, is that what's going to be, or is that going to change too?
It's going to change.
Yeah, Troma's doing one.
Okay, all right.
Troma's putting new art on it, and kind of doing some new stuff to it. So
now
it's fit along with their product line.
Right. Now I know I'm talking too far in advance, but do you guys have any projects after Clown Camp?
Well, there's a couple things lined up. Depending on the success of Clown Camp, Troma may be interested in us doing a sequel. They've tentatively put a filler out there if it does well. At which point we have an idea that I don't want to get too far into, but it's actually really exciting and really basically all takes place at the rehabilitation camp for clowns.
All right. Well, you know what? What's good about this here is you actually can bring some of the guys back again and just change the clown. We do actually have so far in our the treatment we have a few of them do come back, and then of course we bring back our villains. Jared Herholt's the guy who played Edwin. I think it's phenomenal. Yeah,
we have a franchise behind that guy.
Oh my God, that laugh.
But I think we're working on something right now called A Day in Heaven, which is, I think the title will probably shift, which is it's actually a family, sort of this weird, crazy family comedy about a guy whose wife who dies, and his wife dies and he has to go to hell to kind of get her out. It's kind of some wacky version of Dante's Inferno.
Okay.
And then we have another one that we've had sort of around for a while called Mormon Bachelor Party. And that's sort of a rock and roll Mormon exploitation film.
Oh, wow.
That's
the one with the boob a minute guarantee. That's supposed to be the titty movie to end all titty movies.
Yes, that will have a guaranteed one naked breast every 60 seconds.
Oh.
And then I'm doing a project with someone else called Pizza Girl Massacre, which has blood and guts.
Oh, wow.
So there's some good stuff coming down the pipeline.
Pizza Girl Massacre. Interesting.
The Massacre. I'm going to have to change my middle name to Massacre with all my titles.
There you go. All right, guys.
I'll be... Go
ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's all.
No, I just want to say I want to thank you guys for coming on, and I want to thank you for sending me a copy, because it's one of my favorites. Like I said, I could watch it over and over and over. It never gets old, because it's amazing when you watch it the first time, you watch it the second time, you're always missing. It's funny, you can always see something you didn't see before, and that's the nice part about having a copy and keep watching it, because you always find stuff that you didn't see the first time. Oh, okay. But
there's little tiny hints. There's little hints in there towards the twist and stuff.
Yeah, we grew up as we grew up as fans of Zucker, Abraham Zucker, all the airplane and stuff. So it's like for us, it's about writing things. Try to cram in as many jokes as you can to get.
Yeah, their movies always work on multiple layers. There's always something going on while something else is going on that you think you're watching.
Now, who thought of Onion? And you know what I mean. Who thought...
that comes because I have an onion intolerance. And I was like...
If Bill eats onions, he will fart for hours and hours.
Yeah, and destroy the world. So I was like, what's the worst flavor?
And a new flavor,
ever
onion. Oh my God.
Yeah. What's the worst soda flavor ever? It'd be onion.
Oh my.
And then Lloyd Kaufman riffed on that. And once you watch, you'll understand what we're talking about. Lloyd's response to why he likes drinking onion flavored soda.
Right. Now that I didn't even look. I forgot the one that played Bonzo.
Oh yeah.
Now, what is it? Has he been around for a while in movies?
Michael L. Miller. He's been in a few movies. He's been on Breaking Bad.
He looks familiar. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he plays. He's on TV a lot. He was in Sunshine Cleaner.
Oh yeah.
He's one of those actors who keeps popping up, and you see him. He's always got a scene where he's like the principal or someone important, and you've probably seen him in a dozen movies, and then you just never, because you're always staring at Amy Adams in the scene, and then or you're staring at what's his face from Bryan Cranston,
Yeah.
He's always the actor they're with, and so he's very familiar right away, and that's one of the reasons we wanted to cast him as Bonzo, someone who's supposed to be this iconic, sort of like Bozo the Clown character.
Yep. It's perfect. Anyways, I really appreciate the time you guys took for the interview, and like I said,
thanks for having us.
The movie's
thank you, Gerson.
No problem. The movie's going to be a big hit. I can tell. I can smell it. It's going to be a huge hit. People who are afraid of clowns might avoid it, but there's a lot of clown freaks out there. But
our thinking is, if you love clowns, you'll love Clown Camp Massacre. But if you hate clowns, you'll love Clown Camp Massacre because we kill them.
Yeah, right.
So it's sort of, I really is win-win.
Yeah. Wow. But I'll say it one more time before I let you guys go. But Cappy, this guy, he played that clown. Now, whose idea was that makeup to make it like that? Was that one of you guys?
Well, we were putting together our cast of clowns, and we were like, okay, we need all the different types of clowns, and we're searching on the internet, and suddenly one of those famous clown rap groups came on as a picture, and we're like, we should have one of those guys, because there's one of those guys in every middle school, or whatever, every detention room with his headphones on, listening to that terrible music. So we're like, we have to make a parody of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a clown expert actually read the script fairly early. She had pointed us to all the Commedia dell'arte clown trope, all the different clown types.
Right.
So we were like, all right, we want a white face, we want, sort of this kind of clown, and then on top of it, their birthday clowns are looked down at. So we're like, okay, we need some birthday clowns having sex. Yeah. And then we're having all these different kind of traditional clowns, and it's like, and let's just throw a member of basically Insane Clown Posse into the mix.
One of their fans specifically.
Yeah, and
everyone seems to hate their fans for some reason.
Oh my God!
And even all the clowns hate this guy for being a fan. And then even he listens to MC Murder and the Insane,
MC Murder and the Maniac Circus Orchestra.
Yeah. So which is making fun of Insane Clown Posse.
Man. Now, what? Real quick, there's one I forgot about. The magician clown.
Oh yes,
that was good too.
Yeah,
that was good too.
The magic clown.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's one of those things too, where it's like he was so brilliant that like if you're going to watch the movie again, just watch Chris Payne in the back as Puff during scenes, and he's always very subtly doing something hilarious, and it's hard to catch because like he's very reactive and he's very minimal.
Right.
When you notice what he's doing, it's some of the funniest stuff in the movie is coming from him. It's not flashy, but it's like you appreciate the subtlety of it.
Right. Oh yeah. There's one more scene. I'm not going to give it all away, but I just said, what the hell is this all about? The acid scene.
Oh.
Okay. Now. How to say this? All the rest of them just croak, but this one just hangs around. Well, I thought that was funny.
That's our love of. You'll see. If any of you like Weekend at Bernie's, just watch that scene and then think of the movie Weekend at Bernie's.
He wants chicken soup. How's he supposed to eat it? But anyways, oh my God, I can't get enough of that movie. I can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm sorry, but that's. I'm telling you, it's funny.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Hey, whatever, but that's phenomenal. I'm gonna watch it again. I think, just for a good laugh.
Okay.
You have a bad day, just pop that bitch in, boy. You'll be climbing to the ceiling laughing. But oh man. Anyways, thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate you coming on. It was a fun time, and it's gonna be it's a well worth movie to talk about. Clown Camp Massacre.
Yeah.
You guys,
Thanks for having us.
No problem. When it comes out, listeners, grab it and watch it. I guarantee you won't stop watching it. Again, thanks again, and you guys take care.